Most people have at least one mixing bowl they have never actually looked at. It sits in a cabinet or on a shelf, used for decades, moved from kitchen to kitchen, taken for granted in exactly the way that ordinary, useful objects always are. Here is what most people do not know. 10 specific mixing bowls have sold for hundreds of dollars at auction and on collector sites. Not sets. Individual bowls. I am going to show you all 10 tonight. Pull out every mixing bowl you own right now and set them on the counter. By the time this video is over, you will know exactly what you have. Number 10, 401, 402, 403, 404. Those four numbers stamped on the base of a Pyrex mixing bowl tell you more about its value than anything else you can see. Pyrex produced their primary colors nesting set from 1945 to 1986, and the earliest production in the 1945 to 1955 window used a glass formula that gives those bowls a slightly different weight and clarity. A complete set of 4 primary color Pyrex nesting bowls with no chips and no fading sold for $380. The individual 404 primary blue bowl sells for $80 to $120 on its own. Find the Pyrex name and the 3 or 4-digit size number on the base. Primary blue, a true royal blue, is rarer than yellow or red in the same set. Run your fingertip across the interior surface in raking light and check for deep scratches from metal utensils. These drop value significantly. A complete set of 4 matching numbers from the same production era is worth 3 to 4 times the same bowls sold individually. Never separate a matching Pyrex set. Number 9. A large, heavy bowl in warm yellow earthenware with horizontal bands in white, brown, or blue around the exterior. Found at antique markets described simply as old kitchen pottery and priced at $30. That price is often wrong by a factor of 10. Yellow ware mixing bowls were produced by potteries in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and England from the 1830s through the early 1900s. A large yellow ware mixing bowl with white and blue banding in excellent condition sold at folk art auction for $420. A rare example with mocha seaweed decoration in the bands sold for over $800. Look at the base for any pottery mark, impressed letters identifying the maker. Then measure the diameter across the top. 14 inches is your threshold. Below it, expect $40 to $80. Above it, the market changes significantly. Bands in multiple colors are rarer than single-color banding. Hold the bowl up in raking light and check for hairline cracks from the rim. 14 inches. Below that, the bowl is common. Above it, the bowl is rare. That single measurement changes the value by several $100s. Number 8. Chinese red. That is the glaze color to look for on a Hall China mixing bowl, and it is the single most important piece of information in this entire entry. A Hall China mixing bowl in their standard caramel or ivory glaze is worth $15. The exact same bowl in Chinese red glaze is worth $150. Hall China has been producing high-fired ceramics in East Liverpool, Ohio since 1903. Chinese red was their most difficult glaze to produce and was made in limited quantities. A Hall China mixing bowl set of 3 in Chinese red glaze sold for $480. Individual Chinese red bowls bring $80 to $160, depending on size. Look for Hall or Hall's superior quality kitchenware on the base. Then identify the glaze. Chinese red is a vivid orange red with a specific luminosity that reads orange in some lights and deep red in others, not a muted terracotta. Check the glaze for crazing. A network of fine cracks in the surface which drops value on Hall china significantly. Chinese red versus any other glaze. That single color multiplies the value of an identical Hall china bowl by 10. Number 7. A cream-colored stoneware mixing bowl with hand-painted decoration. A red apple with green leaves, or a rooster, or a tulip. Paint slightly irregular, clearly applied by hand. The kind of bowl that gets called cute and priced at garage sale prices. It should not be. Watt Pottery operated in Crooksville, Ohio from 1922 to 1965 when a fire destroyed the factory. A Watt Pottery apple patent mixing bowl in the large size sold for $240. A complete nest of 3 apple patent bowls cleared over $500. Look for Watt or Wattware impressed or stamped on the base, plus a size number. The larger the number, the larger the bowl, and larger bowls command higher prices. Examine the hand-painted decoration. The apple should have slightly irregular edges where red paint meets the cream body. Perfectly crisp edges indicate a reproduction, the size number on the base. A Watt apple bowl stamped 64 is worth $60. The same pattern stamped 73, the largest size, is worth $240. Number 6. A mixing bowl in white stoneware with blue sponge decoration. The same irregular, spontaneous color application that appears on valuable pitchers, but here in a bowl form made for actual kitchen use. The kind of object moved from house to house across 3 generations and never once questioned. A large blue and white spongeware mixing bowl of 12 inches or more in excellent condition, sold at folk art auction for $650. A matched graduated nest of 3 spongeware bowls cleared over $1,000. Look at the base for any impressed or stamped pottery name. Then measure across the widest point of the rim. 12 inches is your threshold. Below it, expect $40 to $80. Above it, the market changes. Genuine 19th century spongeware has irregular density across the surface, with denser areas and lighter areas. Reproduction spongeware has more uniform coverage that looks mechanical from a distance, 12 inches across the rim. Below it, the bowl is common. Above it, the bowl is rare. Number 5. A mixing bowl with the Fiesta ring pattern molded into the exterior, concentric rings, a bold, solid color, pure 1930s American design. Homer Laughlin introduced the Fiesta mixing bowl in 7 sizes in 1936, and the original set was discontinued in 1944. Any Fiesta mixing bowl is pre-1944. A complete set of all 7 original Fiesta mixing bowls in mixed original colors sold for over $2,000. Individual bowls in cobalt blue bring $80 to $200 depending on size, with the number 1, the largest, being the rarest. Look inside the bowl near the base for a ring number molded into the interior. Number 1 is the largest. Number 7 is the smallest. Number 1 is significantly rarer. Then identify the color. Original 1936 colors are cobalt blue, red, ivory, light green, and yellow. Post-1986 Revival Fiesta added similar-looking colors worth a fraction of the originals. Hold red bowls up to strong light. Pre-war red has an orange undertone. The ring number inside. Number 1 in cobalt is worth $200. Number 7 in the same color is worth $30. Number 4. Roseville Pottery is known for their decorative art lines, pinecone, wisteria, poppy, but they also produced a utility line of mixing bowls for everyday kitchen use, and those bowls are significantly undervalued compared to the decorative pieces from the same company. The same name on the base changes everything. A Roseville utility mixing bowl with a blue band and hand-painted tulip decoration sold for $180. A larger bowl with hand-painted fruit decoration cleared $320. An unmarked stoneware bowl in the same size would bring $20. Look for a Roseville Pottery ink stamp or Roseville USA with a shape number. Utility line pieces are sometimes marked only with a number and RV. That RV stands for Roseville and is the critical identifier. Hand-painted flowers or fruit on the exterior indicate the more desirable decorated utility line. Plain banded pieces are worth less than decorated ones, RV on the base. Two letters that turn a $20 stoneware bowl into a $300 Roseville. Number 3. A mixing bowl with a ring pattern molded into the exterior. Similar in concept to Fiesta, but from the California pottery that actually came first. Bauer introduced their ring line in 1930, 6 years before Homer Laughlin launched Fiesta, and collectors have been paying premium prices for Bauer pieces for decades. A Bauer ring mixing bowl in jade green sold for $260. A complete nest of graduated Bauer ring bowls in matching jade cleared over $800. Rare Bauer colors, burgundy, chartreuse, and black, bring 3 to 4 times what standard jade or yellow bowls command. Look for the BAU mark impressed or stamped on the base, sometimes with Made in USA or Los Angeles, California. Then identify the color. Standard colors are jade green, Chinese yellow, orange red, and ivory. Burgundy, chartreuse, and black are rare and command significant premiums. Count the rings on the exterior. Genuine Bauer ring bowls have evenly spaced, prominent rings forming a major part of the design. The color. A Bauer ring bowl in jade is worth $260. The same bowl in burgundy is worth over $700. Number 2. A mixing bowl in white earthenware with blue hand-painted decoration, Dutch windmills, tulips, fishing boats. The kind of bowl that gets called Dutch pottery and displayed rather than used. The kind that almost never gets turned over. A genuine 18th century Delft mixing bowl with a windmill landscape sold at auction for 1,400 9th century examples in good condition bring $300 to $600. Look for a specific factory mark on the base. Authentic delftware carries a pottery mark unique to each factory. The de porcelain Fles mark, a small bottle, is the most recognized and the most valuable. Then look at the blue decoration under a magnifying glass. Genuine hand-painted Delft shows individual brushstrokes. Transfer printed or reproduction Delft looks photographically smooth and uniform. The factory mark. An unmarked Delft bowl is worth $40. A de porcelain Fles marked bowl from the same period is worth $1,400. Number 1. The one already in your kitchen. A Pyrex mixing bowl with a printed pattern on the exterior. Roosters and wheat in turquoise and white, or a gooseberry vine in pink and white. The kind of bowl that was in every American kitchen in the 1950s and 1960s, and that many kitchens still have today. A common Pyrex pattern bowl brings $20 to $40, but a butterprint bowl in the white on turquoise colorway, where the background is turquoise and the roosters are white, brings $120 to $200. A gooseberry pink bowl in the large 404 size brings over $150. A complete set of 4 butterprint bowls in matched colors sold for over $400. Pull out every Pyrex bowl right now. Turn each one over and find the base number and pattern name. Then look at the exterior. Is the background the color, or is the design the color? That single detail is the difference between a $20 bowl and a $200 bowl. Most people never check. 10 bowls, one number on each base. Go check yours tonight. And if a pattern surprises you, drop it in the comments. I read every one. New video coming very soon.